Hi.
Hi. Hello, hello. I'm going to hit share entire screen. Can you see this where it says
Yes.
gratitude, right? Okay, good.
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
good. Wonderful. I'm ready when you are.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Today, Africa Women in Tech has hosted Valencia. When you hear something to do with gratitude, Grandmaster, that's her. A powerful voice for those ready to breathe again. So we are hosting on AWiT Hub. We are hosting Valencia, and she's a visionary behind the Ease Over Exhaustion Community and Academy, where high achieving women and mission driven entrepreneurs learn to trade hustle for harmony and find clarity in chaos. So I'll go ahead and hand over the mic to Valencia. And if you missed this, don't worry, you can get it on our YouTube channel. Go ahead.
Yes. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here today and share with you something that really does mean a lot to me. And it has helped so many other people really across the planet. So I want to thank you guys for having me on here today. And yeah, let's have some fun today. Okay. So my name is Val Dantzler. I am originally from the United States of America, actually Charlotte, North Carolina. I am an elite neuroencoding specialist, and all that means is I help people refrain from the way that they look at things right now so that they can use really they're looking at the same thing but through a different lens, okay, and it really does change the world around them. Now, to be totally honest with you, the what I'm about to tell you today is something that I went through myself, okay? So I'm going to tell you my story, and I want you to listen up because it may be something that affects you, okay, that you can identify with or someone that you know, all right? But really, many years ago, I well, about 8 years ago now, I was really at a point where I wanted to say goodbye to the whole world. I was totally stressed out, and I had done everything that everyone told me to do. I had a great education. Um, I went out and got that job that everyone, praised me for. And I mean, I had my home, a house, I mean, everything, right? On the outside, it looked. But really, deep down on the inside, I got to the point where I was stressed out. Now, I grew up in the church and all of that, and nothing wrong with it at all. But I mean, I was on every committee, every board at church, ushering, in the choir, everything. But all of that didn't help me totally. It was this one thing that I'm going to go over with you today. And it is the gratitude revolution. And I'm telling you, I did this step by step, blind. I really felt like I got a download from God on this. But it changed my life. It saved my life because I was on my way out of here, guys. I was ready to say goodbye to the world. And I hope and pray that no one is at that point. All right. You do not have to be at that point, but I'm telling you, this did it. And so it brought the word, everything that I had learned, everything that I know, even now as a elite neuroencoding specialist. This brings everything together. It brings spirituality, science, everything together. Okay. Now, the gratitude revolution. This is how really in the next 30 days you can transform your life if you choose to do it. All right. This was something that I felt that wasn't going to work. I knew it wasn't going to work. But because I was ready to say bye to the world, I said, why not? I might as well try it. Okay. And I said I was going to try it for a week, not 30 days, because I wasn't giving myself 30 days. Okay. But in in the course of a week, I was able to de-stress totally, okay? And I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. By the end of 30 days, I transformed, okay? And I want to live. Today, I'm in Rwanda, which is in East Africa, and I totally love it, and I'm living my dreams today. So if I can coming from a place where I was ready to say goodbye to the world, not use any medications or anything like that, and come to the point where I want to live, I want to share what I've learned. I have a purpose in my life, and I'm also living my dreams, and I'm not stressed out. You can too, okay? So let's get into this. Let's get into this, okay? So from darkness, like I said, from 8 years ago, I found myself in that dark place, and I had convinced myself to say goodbye to the world, okay? So this journey, like I said, it began with deep, deep shadows. And these are shadows that I just didn't, it wasn't something that I had felt just for a little while and that's it. No. When you're ready to say goodbye, you have gone through a lot of things in your life, as we all have, okay? And you have been stressed out for quite a while. And also, guys, it doesn't matter why you're stressed out. Okay, a lot of us, we spend a lot of time thinking about why we're stressed out, what caused it. Okay, and the more you think about that thing, or even write it down, there are things called shadow journaling, which I'm not a proponent of because I believe spiritually and also scientifically, what you write, you actually invite it more into your world. So the more you think about those problems, the more you're actually manifesting those things more so into your life. Okay. And so, but I would get up in the morning, even before I woke up, very well, I would be thinking about all of my problems, okay? The relationships that didn't work out, how I felt stressed out on my job. I wasn't truly living what I wanted to do, and I felt like I was trapped. So those things I rehearsed in my head over and over again before I even woke up very well. All right. And then, of course, we think about 70,000 thoughts per day. And so, even the back of your head and your subconscious mind, you're thinking about those things. And no one knew it. I wasn't the type of person that would go around with doom and gloom. I wasn't that type of person. You would see a smile on my face. You would see someone that was, very professionally dressed, looked like she had everything going on. But it doesn't matter how things look on the outside. What matters is how you feel on the inside, okay? And I did not feel well on the inside, okay? So, what was my turning point? Okay, I was making plans quietly. Nobody knew. Nobody at church knew. Nobody at work knew. None of my so called friends knew. Nobody knew I was planning on exiting the world, okay? I actually stumbled upon a video. That's why, hey, if this is going to be on video on YouTube, I want you guys to share this out. Share this information out, what this wonderful community is doing, that they thought so much of you and also the world to bring this information, this knowledge to the rest of the world. Share it out to at least 5 people. Why? Because you don't know what someone is going through right now. They're looking good. They're dressed. They look like they got it going on. They're at all the parties and things like that. But you don't know what they're thinking on the inside. I stumbled upon a video that changed my life. And it wasn't even a video about how to feel better, okay, or anything like that. No, it was just really a chance video. I'm scrolling. okay, and I'm seeing this. And there was one line, okay, and the woman in the video, she said, "You know what changed my life?" She said, "I started writing down, no, not even writing down. She said, I just started thinking about 3 to 5 things that I was thankful for in the morning." Okay. And she said, "Now, I'm living my dreams." And first of all, let me tell you, I did not believe her. I didn't think that thinking about 3 to 5 things in the morning uh, would help me. Because, like I told you, before I even woke up very well, I was thinking about all of my problems and relationships that didn't work out, didn't have enough money to do what I wanted to do. And I'm telling you, I was programming my subconscious. Now I know I was programming my subconscious to always think about those things. Okay. But I did that for years and years and years. Okay. And what I started to do was I said, well, thinking about it is not going to work. But I said, okay, I gave myself to the end of the week, okay, 7 days. And I said, I'm going to try and do it another way. Instead of thinking about what I want, what I'm grateful for, I'm going to write down 3 to 5 things that I'm grateful for every day, okay? And I had never kept a diary or a journal since I was like 7 years old. Okay. Like I'm 58 today, guys. Okay. So this was 8 years ago. Here I am in my 50s. Okay. Beginning my 50s. And I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go out and I'm going to get a journal. And I'm going to just write down maybe what I'm grateful for instead of just thinking about it because I can't even think straight. I can't help but think about all the bad things. Okay. Um, so in the beginning, it felt very weird. It felt strange. I felt stupid. I would sit up in my bed. Okay. And I had the journal beside me. And I couldn't think of anything that I was grateful for. So I said, okay. I've got to set some rules. I've got to set some rules. The rule is this journal that I have in my hand is for my eyes only. Okay. And I felt convinced at that time that it was probably something that I was going to leave behind. I was going to leave it behind and at least people could see that I tried. Okay. So I remember sitting up in bed and I couldn't think of anything that I was grateful for. I could only think of the bad thoughts. But I looked to the right of me, and to the right of me was a window. And I would see that sun coming through the window. And I said, well, I guess I'm grateful that I can see that sun coming through the window. And it's really kind of beautiful, actually. And I would jot that down. So, bullet points, guys, nothing long. Okay. I would write down, I'm grateful I can see the sun coming through the window. And then I'd put something else down. Oh, I'm kind of hungry. I want to eat. Well, I'm grateful that I've got some food in the refrigerator. All right. And wow, I'm breathing. So, wow, I know some people, they can't breathe right now. And even though I'm thinking about doing what I'm thinking about, I'm still grateful in this very moment. And it was like that, y'all. It didn't take a long time for me to do it, maybe 5 minutes in the morning. And that was it. But as I did it, day 2, I still felt weird. Day 3, I felt weird. But then day 4, I found something. Maybe I look back on day 3 and something happened in day 3 and I could write down, I'm grateful. There was a cute guy. He held the door open for me and smiled, right? I'm grateful for that, right? These were my words and it was only for me to read or something that I could leave behind, okay? But then later, y'all, I became an elite neuro encoding specialist. And I understood that while that week that I spent doing this, and by the end of the week, I felt just a little bit better to the point where I delayed what I wanted to do, what I had planned to do, my event, I call it. And I said, I'm going to do it again another week. Same thing, 5 minutes, writing down what I was grateful for. Very small, not even knowing really what I was going to write down. Okay. I kept doing it. The second week, I felt a little bit better. The third week, I felt better. By the fourth week, you couldn't tell me anything. I wanted to live. And y'all, I have been that way ever since. And even now, I write in my journal. Okay. I still keep this practice. And it has become really kind of like a date with myself in the morning. It's a very special time. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful way to start your morning, guys. But as you know, when I realized that this changed my life. Like this saved my life after everything that I had been through. This did it. And I didn't understand why. So I became an elite neuro encoding specialist, right? And I wanted to know, was this a fluke or is this science? And guys, this download, this whole process that I got from the creator on jotting these things down, you know, coming up and seeing a chance video never told me how to do this thing, right? It's something that I developed that saved my life. It was actually based on science and I didn't even know it, okay? So what began as a desperate attempt to find meaning transformed into a profound understanding of how our brains physically change through gratitude, guys. The neuroscience behind gratitude reveals why the simple practice that I did had such a transformative power and it's helped many, many people today. Okay. So the power of gratitude, 87% transforms. Okay. 35% reduction in depression that did this process. 25% increase in sleep quality. Y'all understand how we must get our sleep. We must get good rest. This is how our body heals. Well, just by practicing this in the morning, you can achieve these things. Okay? Listen, a single act of thoughtfulness, gratitude, produces an immediate 10% increase in happiness. Okay, this is not coming from me, but this is coming from Harvard. Okay, all right. Harvard says this in a study that they did in 2024. All right, now, pattern interruption. You see, when I was sitting up in the bed feeling really weird and crazy and really telling myself, girl, don't do this. This is not even going to work. All right. What I was doing was I was interrupting my pattern, which is a key for if you want something different. Okay. In neuroscience, the first key is to interrupt the negative thought pattern. And that's what I was doing by sitting up in the bed, feeling weird, and had a journal in my lap, right, trying to think of what I was grateful for. The gratitude practice creates a powerful pattern interruption. Just the act of doing it. You see, I knew that this journal that I had, if I had it on the other side of the room or I had it in another room, I wouldn't do it. I put that journal beside my bed, okay? And when I would wake up in the morning, I would feel it on the other side of the bed next to me. And I'll say, oh, that's right. I did. I told myself I was going to start writing that down. But just by feeling it, I'm telling you, it sent a pattern to my brain. It sent a message to my brain to, okay, remember what you told yourself you were going to do. Okay. but then also remember what the alternative was as well. Okay. So I was interrupting my pattern the whole time and didn't even know that this was science. Okay. So we learn by repetition. Our brain creates new neural pathways. So even that first day, that second day, that third day, I was feeling weird. But actually, what I was doing was I was creating a pattern. So, really, by that fourth day, it felt a little bit better. By that fifth day, it felt great. It felt, well, better. I'll say better. Five and six, even better. When I got to that seventh day, I was like, wait a minute, I do feel just a little bit better. Let me continue to do this the next week, okay? And put off my event date. You see? So I was interrupting the pattern and I was creating repetition, which is how we learn. Okay? So the method. I decided to write down my gratitude every morning, 3 to 5 things that I was grateful for. The simplicity of the method, okay, is the power. A daily practice of acknowledging that we're grateful for what we're grateful for creates a profound shift in our neural pathways, guys. This is science, and this is why I'm here today. So I implore you guys, don't just type it on your phone. What you write, you invite. You got to understand that. It's science. What you physically write down. Listen, Egypt, the hieroglyphics, they wrote on the walls. What you write, you invite. You invite it into your subconscious mind, which I believe is your connection to God, okay? What you write, you invite. Writing gets down into your subconscious mind. The act of writing physically encodes our thoughts into our neural pathways. When we write down our gratitude, we're not just recording thoughts, we're programming our subconscious mind to seek more reasons to be grateful. Writing down gratitude creates powerful, a powerful invitation for more positive experiences to enter your life, guys. This is not woo woo. This is science, okay? Now, I implore you, take the challenge 30 days to live a better life, to live stress free. Again, you don't have to be where I was. I hope that you're not. But just within the next 5, 7 days, if you take it upon yourself to do this, I promise you, you're going to feel a difference in yourself. You're going to get less stress. Listen, even myself at this point, 8 years down the road, sometimes I get off a little bit off course. Life gets busy. Okay? We have this to do, we have that to do. We might not, I don't feel like doing my journal in the morning. I'll do it later. And later becomes never, right? Well, guess what? I can say for myself, once I get off of that, maybe after a week, 2 weeks, you'll find that things start nagging at you again. You start to have that negative self-talk. Listen, don't beat yourself up. Just get your journal out and start writing 3 to 5 things you're grateful for. And watch it. Watch it turn around. It's not even going to take that long. Maybe a day, 2 days, and you'll start feeling yourself back up on top. Okay? But remember, day one, it's going to feel weird. It's going to feel awkward. Okay? That by the 15th day, you're going to start noticing some differences. In fact, it's going to start to be fun with you. Listen, in my journal, I might go to a nice restaurant or something like that, or maybe someone treats me well, the waiter treats me well, or something happens. I'll take a memento, maybe a napkin or something from that restaurant. I put that mementos into my journal. Why? Because objects and things like that Flowers, maybe someone gave you flowers. Take a bud and put it in your journal. Press that flower because guess what? Everything holds energy. So now you're not only writing things down, but it has energy to it. Those mementos have energy attached to it as well. So you can always go back and look at it. Okay? But listen, do it for 30 days, and I'm telling you, your stress is going to decline. You didn't have to go to see anyone. You didn't have to go take a pill or anything like that. But I'm telling you, you have the power to transform and to transform your life. Okay? Now, it's your turn. I want you guys to do this. Okay? Now is your opportunity to transform your life. Use these same simple techniques. Okay? It is powerful. It's simple. And it's so simple, I almost didn't do it. But let me tell you, if I hadn't done it, I wouldn't be here right now. Okay? This gratitude journal, it's my go to. All right? I do it, it's a practice. And the more you do it, the more you're going to find out about yourself. You're going to find out what it is that you really, really want. You're going to have more confidence in yourself. All right. And the rule is you don't have to share any entries in your journal unless you really want to with anyone. Okay. These are yours, your private thoughts, but I put only good things in there. Only good things, only the good. Because remember, what you write, you do invite. Okay. Now, it's a 3-step formula. In the morning, this is your morning ritual. Write down 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for. Doesn't have to be long. It could be start out as bullet points, all right? But as you get into this, you first of all, you're not going to know really what you're going to write. I just open up the journal, okay? I have my favorite pen. I do say the line, I'm so happy and grateful for. I'll write that down. Once I put I'm so happy and grateful for, FOR, whatever I'm thinking about, I'll write it down. If it's good, I'll write it down. Okay? That's the rule. And I'm telling you, your subconscious mind will take over. It may just be a small little bullet point, but as you do this over and over again, you'll start writing paragraphs of things. You may get to the point where you don't want to stop writing. Okay. But I allow at least a page a day, a page in the journal a day, 3 to 5 things. Okay. Now be consistent. Do it for, I have 30 days here, but 30 days may be too big for you. Try 7 days. Okay. Do it for a week right now. All right. Don't make any promises to yourself beyond that. Say, you know what, I could do something for 7 days. All right. And I can spend five minutes to do it. Okay. And then feel it. This is important. When you're writing down what you're grateful for, I want you to feel, even if it's the simplest thing that you can see, I want you to feel that gratitude. That is something that is going to transform and add those neural pathways as well. Okay, it's very, very simple, but very, very important. Okay, simple formula, but profound results. I'm telling you guys, it's wonderful. So, transform. This is your story. Your life is your story. I want you to take this challenge that I'm giving you to try this at least for a week, guys. Okay, just give it to yourself and let me know. You can always reach out to me on any of my social media. You can reach out to me and tell me how it's doing for you. Okay, so gratitude is not just a practice, this is a revolution. Okay, it's a revolution. Once you have success with this, I want you to go out and tell somebody else about it. Give them something simple to do. Tell a friend. All right. This is a revolution that can transform not only your life, but it can transform someone else's, guys. And I just want to thank you so much for listening to me today, right? Thank you for listening to me today. And I do have a special gift for you. All right. And you can, this is a QR code. You can scan this QR code, and for free, you can download to help you with the 7 days. If 30 days is too much, take the 7 days self doubt hacks. It's going to walk you through it day by day by day. So you can scan this QR code, it's right there for you, it's free. And I just totally thank you guys for having me here today. All right. If there's any questions that you guys have, I mean, I'll be happy to take those questions now.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Even my baby confirms that this session was very helpful. I think I needed this. I needed to hear you at this time of the year, especially after having a burnout for the whole year. You know, I wish I started this. Sorry about that.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
I was saying I wish I started this earlier enough. Um, but we have 2026 already, and I'll just begin by practicing that um, beginning of tomorrow. And
Yeah,
the session was so grateful.
yes. Thank you
Yeah,
so much. It
thank,
really does work. Take the challenge, guys. Um, it works. That's all I can tell you. And if you need anything from me, please reach out. Reach out.
awesome, awesome.
Let me see. I do have a question here. Could we get the challenge as an email and the QR code? I missed taking a snapshot. Okay. Let me see if I can get that for you guys. Okay. Just 1 minute. I'll stick it in the chat. And then that way you guys can have it. Okay. Any other questions, guys, or anything? I'll turn the floor over to you, Rovine. And if there are no other questions or if anyone has any other.
So thank you, and we appreciate you, and we hope that we'll host you another time.
You're welcome. Thank you. And I'm just showing you
Mm-hmm.
memento stickers. You can really make it fun for yourself. All right.
Wow.
Put your vision in there as well. Just make it your own. Okay. And like I said, if you need any more tips and tricks or any hands being held, just reach out to me. Okay. You can
Okay.
actually reach out to me through the 7 day hacks as well. All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, and have a lovely day.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye.